This is an enhancement to the Koha Reports module. So now it's possible to use, well, for a while it's been possible to use what's called a runtime parameter, which is basically in your SQL reports. If you've looked at your SQL reports, you might have a bit of SQL that looks like this. And what this is doing is saying, give me a drop down of all my library branch names in my Koha instance. So we can see here, where is telling us this is going to be a condition. So I run the report. When I run the report, I'm prompted to select a value from a drop down. So we can see my screenshot here. I'm running this report, and my report is selecting items by their holding branch. When I run the report, I see this drop down. The drop down has a label, select the holding branch, which matches this bit of text to the left of a vertical pipe. The right of the vertical pipe, I'm telling Koha, populate my drop down with valid branch names in my Koha instance. One of those branch names is Centerville. That's why I have populated, that's why my drop down is populated starting with Centerville, but if I click on the drop down, it would list all of the branch names in my instance. This whole runtime parameter is really good because if you asked your users to type in holding branches rather than giving them a drop down, you're then at risk of having human error where someone mistypes Centerville and the report returns nothing. So giving drop downs rather than text inputs is great. It eliminates human error. But in 24.05, the community added other enhancements to these runtime parameters. So now there's an option in the drop-down can have all as an option. So rather than, if I want to, for my report here, select items by holding branch, if I have 10 branches, I run this report 10 times, choosing a different drop-down option every single time. So that's going to take me a really long time to get my results, and then I'll have to collate everything together manually. What this enhancement does, when you add a runtime parameter now, you can choose include for all. And now, when I am running my report, the first default selected option in the dropdown is all. And so if I'm going to get select items for all holding branches. So I don't have to run it 10 times, I just run it once using that all option. But what about if you want to run it for run the report for 5 of your 10 branches? There's another great enhancement in 24.05. There's now the option of allow multiple selections. Now my drop down, when I've got that selected, my drop down is no longer a drop down. It's a multi-select list. In this case, I want to select the items for 3 of my branches, Centerville, Fairview, and Franklin. I don't want the results for Fairfield. That's why that all option wouldn't be good, because I don't want all, I just want 3 of them. But with this runtime parameter now, with those 3 selected, I get all of the items for those 3 holding branches in one run of the report. That's a really good time saver.